What gonna do today? Huh? What you wanna do? Up, up, up. Gotta put turtle away. Gotta start Roomba. Well, go on. Go on. Oh, toys. And Rudolph. Oh my gosh. They collapsed. Come here. Enzo, you knocked it over. What are you trying to get at? As usual. You got the glow ball addiction. No, it's all right. I'll clean this up. No. You got things to do. Don't worry about it. Well, you gotta let me get through. Nope. Good morning, YouTube. My name is Will. This is Enzo. And that is Lotus. I'm really surprised none of you caught in yesterday's video that I called Lotus Little Enzo. And this is Little One Enzo. Now, you're forgiven if you didn't catch the Lotus misstep there. But you definitely should have caught the end of the video where I explained that everything went wrong. Because of that, instead of seeing some awesome new 90-acre park that we found yesterday, you get to see this. Now, the first video, or last night's video that you saw. Too far. Battery died. Not a big deal. I had more batteries in the car, but by the time we got back, you figured, you know what, we'll film the rest later. Not a big deal. Lotus, come. Enzo, come. Seriously. And as so happens in life, later quickly turned into tomorrow when I was shooting that day's video. No problem, I thought. Took a time out in the middle of that video to finish up the previous video. Come. And well, yesterday's video, I wouldn't say it's ruined. Let's just say the pups and I, we shot our first ever silent film. We had no sound the whole day. It was a great day. Brand new, massive park. Went on a bunch of trails, ran some errands, but you won't get to see any of that. Maybe I'll throw it in like a B-roll sequence at some point. But I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about a subject that is super important. I talked about this a little bit in yesterday's video, but you didn't hear it. We get asked all the time about adopting an adult shepherd. So they might be 4 or 5, they might be 8 or 9, or older, doesn't matter. First, I just want to say that we are 100% in favor of that. If you can do that, that is awesome. You know, they certainly come with their own set of challenges, but they also come without a lot of other challenges, i.e. puppy face. Now, why are we hanging around the house today? Well, we have a FedEx delivery coming. I think it's gonna come pretty early. It requires a signature, which is super annoying, and I don't want to miss it. Now, for many of you who have watched our videos, you know that Enzo and Lotus are pretty different personalities. Most people would probably categorize Enzo as a calmer, and Lotus as, obviously, he has more reactiveness issues that we're working on. Enzo, why are you instigating? Lotus, Lotus, come. Break. Lotus, did you put yourself in a timeout? Now, at the time, we didn't know how Enzo or Lotus was going to be. Looking back, there were some indicators, which we can talk more about those in a different video. Lotus. But I don't think there were anything so strong that necessarily going and checking them out at a breeder was going to make it very obvious. Lotus, stay in the grass. With that in mind, how do you know what you're getting into? Wow, that didn't take long. I do want to say that just like how we're working with Lotus, and trust me, there are things I'm working on with Enzo too. Time and practice can fix a lot of things, so don't be afraid of that. I'm not trying to scare anybody out of puppies or anything. But what I'm saying is, with an adult, you know what you're getting. Now, again, I really want to stress that even adults, a lot of behaviors can be trained out of them. Oh, go poopy, Lotus. Come here, boys. Come up here. Car's coming. Oh, go boys. Car's coming way too fast. Of course you did. Why would you not step in it? Which one of you did that? Come, sit. Which one of you did it? Which one of you stepped in it? Now we're gonna go for a walk again. I really hope they don't connect those two dots. Yeah, anyways. I think it was you, Enzo. Now, between Enzo and Lotus, I don't have a favorite, but I would say that there are situations where one of them will certainly do better than the other. While I would never necessarily encourage somebody who works a lot to adopt a dog, I will say that Shepherds are one of the highest surrendered dog breeds that there are. Because of that, there is a lot of them. So if it came down to somebody who maybe works a lot, Lotus, come! If it came down to somebody who works a lot, where the dog is gonna be home alone, granted, off! You guys are acting so crazy, I can't even think straight. Because there are so many of them surrendered, a lot of them do not get adopted and face. Point is, I'd rather somebody who maybe works a lot and the dog's gonna be alone versus the alternative. So with that in mind, a dog that has a demeanor similar to Lotus's is actually probably gonna be better in that situation. Enzo has a much stronger separation anxiety. Lotus. Get away from Charlie's yard, you're gonna antagonize. Come on. So while out in public and a lot of the videos you see, Enzo is the calmer of the two, left home alone, Lotus will just lay down and go to sleep. Enzo, no, he can't deal. I mean, he can and he does, but it is much harder on him. While Lotus is never happy necessarily that one of us leaves, Enzo, heel. While Lotus is not necessarily happy that somebody is left, he deals with it a lot better than Enzo. The same with when you see me leave them in the car, you'll notice that, oh, they're barking. Be all right, buddy, I'll be right back. He's mad. No, Enzo's barking. Lotus, not so much. Now, when we're driving the car, Enzo's very calm. He doesn't care. He's with us. He's good. Lotus, on the other hand, his anxiety, his fearfulness sets in. He acts all crazy. We're not going in until we do a paw check. So, come. Hold on. Lotus. So, for example, if you're looking at an older Shepherd to adopt, and you find out they have more of an anxiety separation issue, such as like Enzo exhibits a little bit of, a lot sometimes, and you know you're gonna have to leave them alone for several hours a day while you work, probably not gonna be the best scenario. Whereas a Shepherd that behaves more like Lotus would actually do better in that case. What it really comes down to with an adult is, it's really not a question of should you or shouldn't you. Absolutely should. The cool thing about rescues is you can pretty much know all that. I'm about to say I have 2 adults that are available if you 2 don't knock it off. Yeah, talking about you 2. You need to get the knockoffs. Not really. Say no, never, never ever. Enzo, never ever. Also, other personality traits to consider. You see Enzo being all calm, and you see Lotus a lot of times being crazy when we're out and stuff. When we're in the house, it's completely different too. So, as I mentioned, Enzo has a little bit more of the anxiety issues. He is with me room to room. Lotus, on the other hand, doesn't have any problem with that. Come on, boys. So again, it kind of comes down to your scenario and what you're looking for. You know, while I would never say that any of their qualities make them worse, there are certain qualities that obviously are going to affect day-to-day life. If you want to cuddle, let me just tell you, he's the one. Now Enzo will get up and lay down, and he's actually been doing it more lately. But Lotus always has been and always will be the cuddler. So if you want to come home from work, snuggle up, Netflix and chill with your pup, that's Lotus all day, every day. If, however, you want to come home, you want to grab your pup and you want to go out and do stuff, that's going to be more of Enzo. Not to say they both can't do both things, but we both got our benefits, or rather our strengths. So I hope you guys found this video informative. I know with some of these videos in the past where I'm talking about subjects like this and dealing with the pups, I've had some comments that the videos take too long, or, you know, I jump around a lot. And I mean, that's just the fact of life. If you want videos where people are gonna sit down at a table in some nice lighting, in a quiet environment, and go over with a PowerPoint presentation, all the pros and cons, it's never gonna be my videos. I don't wanna make those videos. I have tried to make this as quick as possible, and I will try to edit it as efficiently as possible, but I'm not gonna edit out the pups. That's the whole point of the channel. I started this channel because I wanted to make videos of my pups. If I'm gonna edit them out, then why even do it? So, hope you guys got some usefulness out of this. Appreciate you guys as always, and we'll see you tomorrow.